Welcome, Adam. Welcome to the talk show. Thank you for taking out some time to connect with me. And before moving forward, could you just briefly introduce yourself to the audience?
Yeah. Hi, I'm Adam. I'm the CEO of Lucky Card, and it's great to be here.
Great. Could you please explain a little bit more about your company?
Yeah. So Lucky Card is a rewards card where every time you swipe, you get a chance to win up to $1,000. So it's not a credit card, and you can win anywhere between $1 and 1,000 every time you swipe.
Okay, that's interesting. What motivated you to start this company?
Yeah, I think I noticed about a year ago how people would talk about credit cards um, when they were out. I noticed this because I was a bartender part time, and I got to see a
Mhm,
lot of people making these transactions.
mhm,
When anybody paid with a cool looking credit card, there'd a lot of the time be a conversation about it. So I really started to sort of dig into the space and try and understand, well, why isn't anyone really focused on creating a really cool brand for younger people or for people who didn't spend as much money. Um, so that's kind of how it all started.
Okay. And how did you stumble upon the idea of combining a credit or debit card with a lottery system?
Yeah. So just to be clear, it's not a lottery; it's a
Okay.
sweepstakes.
Uh-huh.
So you don't actually have to pay to enter.
Uh-huh.
It's very it's a common kind of promotional tactic used by a lot of other companies. But I guess the idea sort of came as I was digging into this issue where people didn't find their credit card rewards worth it. And the idea was to try and create a program that was compelling even if you didn't spend a ton of money.
Hmm.
So what people really liked was the chance to win something meaningful instead of a guarantee of something not meaningful.
Hmm. That's nice. Okay. Where did you go to school and what was your major?
So I studied computer science at Cornell for 2 years and then I
Hmm.
dropped out.
Okay. And did you choose the entrepreneurial life or did it choose you?
It definitely chose me.
Okay. So according to you, what is a basic skill set required to start a business?
Yeah, I think being comfortable with uncertainty is
Hmm.
a big one. Uh, Being willing to sort of grind it out.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know if it's a skill set, but I think it's important to really want to be doing what you're doing and
Hmm.
be like interested and care about the problem you're solving.
Definitely, definitely. Okay. So how difficult is it to start a business in 2021?
I think it's pretty easy to start and not so difficult or not so easy to actually do it.
Hmm. Yeah.
So um I don't know. I don't know if it's any easier or harder than other times because
Hmm.
this is kind of I'm new to this.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, um, given the pandemic situation, there are some hurdles, but it has created a lot of opportunities as well. So you're right. So, okay. So how new is this company? When did you start this company?
So it was officially incorporated in October, so
Okay.
pretty new. But
Okay.
I've been sort of thinking about this problem for a
Mhm.
while before then.
Okay. Did you face any problems or hurdles while starting this company?
Oh yeah, right, yeah,
Okay.
every day.
Okay.
Like I can't even think of specific ones. I think they just kind of come at you and you got to deal with them.
Hmm. Definitely. Can you highlight any one or two of them?
Okay, like a particular hurdle.
Hmm.
I mean, sort of everything is hard. So I
Hmm.
feel like I've sort of just become comfortable with hard things. Anything from sort of hiring to trying to
Hmm.
get someone to partner with you. A big thing was convincing a bank to kind of buy into what we were doing.
Yeah,
Um,
that's difficult. Yeah.
yeah, that was hard.
Great. And any, so it's a very short time period, but any successes that you would say you had achieved, some certain milestones while doing this?
Sure. Well, we got a bank partner.
Yeah.
I think we built a pretty good team.
Mhm.
I'm proud of that. That was hard too, but
Yeah.
I think everyone's sort of working together well. We're
Mhm.
about to release our beta, so
Okay.
I can no metrics yet, but things are going in the right direction.
That's great. That's awesome. Okay, so what do you do when you're not working?
Uh, I spend most of my time working, but if I'm not, usually I run, um,
Hmm.
try to read,
Yeah, that's
but
great.
most of my life is work now. So,
Yeah,
but it's
definitely.
good. It's
Hmm.
fun.
Definitely, when you're, starting a company, most of your time is consumed in that. That's true.
Yeah,
Could you share an important lesson that you learned from life?
important lesson.
Uh-huh.
I think really being deliberate about big decisions,
Mm,
thinking through things. Anytime there's like a contract, like
mm.
actually reading the whole thing.
Yeah,
Um, that's a big one.
that's true.
um, yeah, it's sometimes easy to just kind of skim and then you miss
Mhm.
things. So that was a good sort of lesson that I learned. Um,
That's true.
yeah,
That's
I think
true.
also just being sure that the people you work with are going to be good,
Mm,
and that they're a good fit, because I think that's sort of the most important thing.
mm, definitely. What keeps you moving forward in life?
Keeps me moving forward. When it comes to the company, I think it, it has been this sort of uh, future launch. I think everything's sort of been building up to that.
Yeah.
I've been very sort of excited for that, and it's very motivating to work towards this goal.
Hmm.
I have a lot of kind of users that I've talked to who are like excited to try the product and get their hands on it.
Yeah.
So I feel very kind of motivated by that.
Well, that's a great thing. What's your favorite book and why?
Favorite book and why? Does it
Yeah.
have to be like a business book?
No, no, no. It could be anything.
Okay, I really
Yeah.
like Confederacy of Dunces. I think it's
Okay.
hilarious.
Uh-huh.
um, it's not like you're probably not going to learn a ton from it, but
Hmm.
it's like well written and really funny.
Okay. I'll check it out someday.
Yeah.
Um, what's the best and worst part of being a CEO?
The best part is that you can really you're building
Mhm.
kind of something yourself. And that's really, really cool because
That's true.
putting a team together and seeing an idea that you had like come to fruition is like amazing.
Mm.
The worst part is, I mean, there are unpleasant things you have to do. Kind of being responsible for people
Mm.
who work for you, or sort of how things go, or investors, can be kind of stressful.
Mhm. Yeah, it's definitely stressful doing all of that. Do you have a pledge for 2021?
Pledge for 2021.
Uh-huh.
I think I wanted to read more when on New
Mhm.
Year's. I think that was my resolution.
Okay.
Um, yeah, I'd go with that one. That's a good
Okay.
goal, I think.
Yeah, that's a good one. Okay, so now we have reached the short rapid fire questions of this interview. So um, I'm going to ask you short questions. Try to keep your answers short as well.
Okay,
And if you want to skip any question, just say skip and I'll move on to the next one.
sounds good.
Okay. Are you an iPhone or Android person?
iPhone.
Okay. What's the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning?
Brush my teeth.
Okay. Three things no one knows about you.
Thanks. No one knows.
Yeah.
Uh,
Or maybe like a very few limited people know.
okay. I
Uh-huh.
used to be, when I was a kid, really into trains, so I wanted to be a train driver.
Okay.
Um, what else?
Hmm.
Well, I wish I prepared for this.
No, that's okay. You don't have to hit the number three. It could be one or two. That's okay.
Okay. I
Uh-huh.
play piano. That's
Uh-huh.
one. I used to play the violin.
Okay.
Um, it's three.
Okay. What's the craziest thing someone has done for you?
Craziest thing somebody else has done for me.
Uh-huh.
um, oh man, these are tough questions, man.
It's okay. If you want to
Craziest
move on to
things.
the next one, we can move on. That's totally up to you.
I'd like not. I would totally be down to answer it. I just don't have
Hmm.
something off the top of my head. Let's maybe come back to that one. I'll
Sure,
think.
sure, sure.
Okay.
Absolutely. What's the one thing that you would like to change about yourself?
I think being a little more patient would be good.
Hmm.
Sometimes I can get a little antsy.
Okay. What's your spirit animal?
Ooh, good one. Fox, maybe.
Okay. Um, a rumor about you that you wish were true.
Ooh, one that actually exists.
Yeah. I mean, any rumor that you wish, that is out there was actually true about you.
He's a good CEO.
Okay.
I wish that were true.
Okay. What's the easiest way to piss you off?
Easiest way to piss me off. I think it would be committing to doing something
Hmm.
and not doing it because of a factor in your control.
Mm. Okay, so not delivering on time. Okay. What's the one thing that you own that you wish you didn't?
Something that I own that I wish I didn't.
Hmm.
It's good too. I think a lot of my clothes I wish I
Okay.
didn't own, but I'm
Uh-huh.
just too lazy to refresh my wardrobe.
Okay. Um, what's the one thing that you're most afraid of?
Um, Living a boring life, probably.
Hmm. Okay, that's a good answer. Uh, what's the most interesting thing that you have in your purse or wallet?
Same thing. Um, some pretty. I think I have like a business card from someone who is
Hmm.
interesting. I
Okay.
don't have much interesting things in my wallet though. It's like
Okay.
2 credit cards, maybe.
Uh-huh. Um, according to you, what new technology will transform the future?
Hmm. I mean, I think self-driving cars, but
Hmm.
that's a pretty easy one. Um,
Okay.
yeah, I wish I had like a cooler answer of like some like
That's okay.
subversive.
Oh, that's okay. That's totally fine. We can stick to self-driving cars.
Mhm.
Okay, so now you have to rate yourself from 1 to 10 on the following, 1 being the lowest and 10 being the highest. First one is quick learner.
Oh, like 9,
Hmm. Book enthusiast.
5.
Okay. Uh, Leader.
Uh, I mean, I hope I'm okay. I think 8, maybe.
Okay.
There's room to improve.
Uh-huh. As a CEO.
I mean, yeah, it's just kind of started. So far, so
Hmm.
good. I'd probably say like 8.
Okay. As a friend.
A friend,
Uh-huh.
7.
Okay. So with that, we have reached the end of the interview. And before you go, there is just one last question that I would like to ask you is, can you think of 3 other business owners or CEO who you think might be interested in doing this interview with me?
Yeah, let me think. Like not off the top of my head, but like I definitely can think of
Yeah,
people.
sure. That's okay. You can get back to me later on that one. Okay, so with that, we have reached the end of the interview. So thank you, Adam. Thank you for
Yeah,
taking out the time to do this interview with me. And thank you
of
for talking
course.
about your company, your life, and your background as well. And, thank you so much for coming today.
Thank you. It was fun.
Okay, great. Thanks, Adam. Take care.
Hey, take care.